Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I made it an automatic swords crafter. How this works is you have two inputs. You can input iron here and sticks here. What this does is once those inputs are filled, it will start a clock. This clock determines how often it is crafted, and this clock has to be set to this, otherwise it will not work. How this works is you input iron here and sticks here. They are compared using comparators. If one of these signals, this locks this by constantly powering it, this clock may not turn off. This clock is kind of an emergency, so it doesn't quite turn off because these are set like this. And this is just storage. As you can see, you can craft any kind of sword. I mean, I don't know, can you do netherite swords? I don't think that's how it works, but yeah, no, I don't think that's how it works. You can craft iron and input it in here. The moment these hoppers fill up high enough, and this is filled, it'll start crafting. I will say, I think, if I'm correct, yeah, it needs about a stack in there. Also, we can see how much it needs in there for it to work. So you have to have more than 46. I was about right, yeah. You have to have 46 in the hopper at one time in order for it to move on. If it detects that it goes below it, it stops. Now, you could put a lever here. This will cut off clock, which kind of just allows it to stop making annoying noises. This clock here turns off the input, and this clock also. What this does is if you have a power here, it triggers this input, but because this is up, it's not going to work. So this has to be down. This immediately causes this to turn on. This right here stops the signal from going through and overloading the circuit, because if we have power here, it won't work for too long. It kind of sends a 1-tick signal here. So say we have a signal here. You can see that this turns on for about 1 tick, and I wish I could slow it down, but I didn't add that mod. Redstone Tweaks mod. I have the texture pack, but I don't have the mod. If you turn on this, this kind of is like the clock reset. I prefer like a button, but if you don't like that annoying noise, or you're on a server that doesn't allow fully automatic stuff, this is kind of your loophole. You can just turn it off. And show you that it really does. Well, that's not supposed to be in there. It really does craft swords automatically. I think my hoppers are a bit overflowed though. But yes, it can craft in any material. Just make sure before you're crafting a new material sword that you remove all the items from this hopper this chest, this hopper, and then the crafting grid, and just show you how to swap it out. Go here, remove the material. Let's say we wanted to craft diamond swords. You can't craft netherite swords. I'm sorry, y'all. But you were to throw in some diamonds, and then throw in some sticks. Well, it's actually not going to work until you make sure that switches off when you're doing it. There you are. Make sure your crafting table is preset with at least one stick and one diamond. And also make sure the clock's off while you're setting it up. Then, after some time, oh, whoa, it's going to be overflowed. I mean, I guess I could just add a new layer of chest. Chests are not technically, I mean, they are part of it, but you don't have to have this much storage for an auto crafter. Now, you might say this might not work with other stuff. It actually does. Any tool that you craft in here that uses this, unless it's like an axe or a hoe. So, like, you could do this. You can craft a shovel. You can craft a sword. I mean, you can craft a hoe, or it's actually kind of the wrong way people do it. You can craft an axe. But if you're going to craft an axe, you do have to make this timer longer, which would mean you have to expand it out a bit. And suppose you need to do that. All you really have to do is move this piston over here one. And this redstone and this right here. Make sure this is glass, by the way. Well, no, actually that's fine, because if one of those torches isn't on, it will just automatically stop the circuit. It's fine. So, but if you don't like the piston up like that, you could just do this. Place glass, and I recommend setting all these to 4. It doesn't matter if the system flows up all the items a little quicker. But yeah, 4 ticks per one of these. So 4 ticks for the highest item you're putting in here. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. We don't really care about the second one. So we power in this, power on this, and then make sure you have input. So I'm gonna need to take a few diamonds. I don't need this many sticks. But you throw these in here. And you throw these in here. Make sure this is powered off. This is your rate of production. So whenever that piston goes up, it's kind of your... Oops, got to disable a slot. There you are. That should be working. Make sure these are filled up all the way. It may take a minute before it actually starts the crafting. You can tell when it's on because this will be turned off or flashing. Honestly, it helps you all out. There you are. Make sure actually these are in. See, it's crafting axes now. This is probably one of the more compact ones. I don't know if there's any more that are more compact. But like I said, this is meant more for, or not like I said, but this is only meant for 2 input items. So, let's say we need craft observers. You'll need quartz. I think iron you need quartz, redstone, and like I said, and then cobblestone. And that's how you craft what's it called? That's how you craft items like that. As you can see, this input stopped because there's only 44 items in there. Now this may still be filled, but this just stops it from being crafted anymore. That's a safety precaution. This kind of allows for it to refill without resetting. Well, yeah. I'm gonna leave now.